God. Do it.
Okay, so a lot of people do. A lot of people do know. A lot of people, white people, black people, do know that the people in America, both America, South and North America, are descendants of the true Hebrews. A lot of people do realize this in Israel. But Israel is such a country that everything is so political that unfortunately not a lot of people give importance to this fact. And when you approach a white man and you tell him, you know what, I can prove you that the Hebrews were people of color and you are not. So who are you? Usually he gonna talk to you about Holocaust and all the stuff like this, and he basically gonna say that I know that you're right, but I don't care because my great parents have been through the Holocaust and I feel safe here. I've been struggling from anti-Semitism and I don't want to struggle, so I feel safe here and I feel good here. This is the answer you're gonna.
Peter, wait a minute. Let's run this back. So you're telling me that many in Israel know this fact, and yet you would tell them, brother, who are you? You know you're not the real children of the Bible. And they will simply say, I know that I'm not, but I don't care. But because I have all of these perks and I have all of these benefits, that I would rather keep the benefits and keep the lie hidden. Are you telling me that, Peter?
I'm telling you that a lot of people do know, and they say we are all mixed. They use excuses. They say we are all mixed. You can tell. Do you think in Greek, ancient Greeks live in Greece? Do you think you can find Babylonians in Iraq right now? Do you think you can find Persians in Iran right now? No, they're all mixed with the Arabs, and so are we. So what? I belong here. I like it here. I don't want another Holocaust. I feel afraid to be out of Israel because maybe another Holocaust gonna happen to me, and I belong here and I don't care about what you're saying. This is what the answer you may hear, and a lot of people do know about the truth that the Hebrews were people of color and their descendants might be found in America today.
So what do you believe? Do you believe that this is the government of America and Israel working together to make sure that this truth is not brought out, because it's so much money being made and it's so much, the government of Israel is getting so many benefits from the military funds, as well as over in America, there's so many pastors that are pushing and teaching, hey, we got to protect Israel over there. We got to protect them people over there. And you African Americans, you're not the children of Israel, and you're Gentiles. And so you believe that you know that this is a cover up by both governments.
It's a cover up. Well, I don't want to make it political, but it is a cover up. And I can tell you that ever since I came to Israel, I was not born in Israel. I came to Israel. I started to realize that a lot of things have been covered up, and I was looking the reason why, and this is how once I found the reason why. This is exactly the reason why it is, and it is covered up. It is covered up, and I can tell you that Israel. I was told when I came to Israel, I was told that Israel is a free country, and we the Jews who have built it, so we can benefit from it and not live among others people, so we can depend on them, and every single time they don't like us, they can kick us away, and so on. When I came to Israel, I found out that this was not true. Israel is not really a free country, because it depends on so many organizations and forces which are not even Israeli organizations. They come from out. They come from America, like the Jewish Agency, the organization which decides who to live in Israel or who not, like all the religious organizations, like the organization which bring money for Israel to build universities, synagogues, and everything. And it's obvious that a lot of things have been hidden from us. And this is one of the things which has been hidden for us. It really, I don't want to make it political, but it is a very political. It is a very political.
So do the Arabs know what's going on? Is this the reason why there's a war between the Palestinians and the Israelis? Is this the reason why? Do the Palestinians know that they're occupying land that doesn't belong to them?
I will tell you one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons. There are many reasons which for this war. And I can tell you that America is arming Israel up to the teeth. And America keep on saying we want peace in Israel. We are peace process. There is no peace process. There are American weapons all the time brought here in Israel, and we're told that it's about peace. It's not about peace. This war is keep on going and going, and there won't be peace as long as America is arming Israel. And one of the reasons, this is really one of the reasons, because the old Arabs do know how the true Hebrews look like. They do know how they look like, and they do know that we are Europeans and we don't look like the ancient Hebrews they used to remember. The Arabs are living for more than 1,000 years on this land, and they know some things we are not told. And now the Arabs are very useful for Israel as long as they repeat the lies the Israel is telling them, that we are the Jews and Israel belongs to us and they can live here, but as long as they accept everything we tell them. Now, every moment when Arabs want to their own university, when they teach their own history and their own truth, like how have been they occupied by us, and how they have been told that we are Jews, according to their sources, we are not all look like the Jews they know. They become an enemy, and we want to represent them like they're only terrorists, and they're blowing themselves up, and they have nothing. Every single thing they say, we should not pay attention because they are terrorists. This is what we are doing right now, and pretty much this is one of the reasons why we have this war with the Arabs. Yes.
So this is something that's on a level where many people within the government know. Many even all the way down to the rabbis. The rabbis. Would you say the rabbis are they know who the true Hebrews are, and they're pretty much just going along with the whole political power and finance and money?
Well, I can tell you that. Rabbis are very well sponsored. They have a lot of money, for which we don't know. We cannot track this money, but I can tell the synagogues and religious organizations have a lot of money, and you can see that on the topmost levels of their synagogue and their structure. They don't know, and they're trying to distract people. There was an Ethiopian rabbi not so long ago. There are a lot of Ethiopian Jews. They're black, and there was an Ethiopian rabbi who've been trying to hint that he accepts everything. He accepts us as Jews, and he accepts Israel, and he accepts everything. But according to the scripture, according to the history, people who look more like him, then they look like us today. And for the moment, he's trying to hint this, and to gain some freedom for the Ethiopian Jews living here. He been fired. He's not a rabbi anymore. So after this case, I found out that the rabbis know very well this thing too. And all these synagogues and everything, they are so well organized to tell you that if there is a synagogue right now, I can show it to you. It's not far from my home. And in the synagogue, this is a synagogue right now.
Yeah, I guess we can see it.
I don't know if you can see it. And I can tell you that the synagogue, it's next to my home, and I can enter it. And on the synagogue, all they teach is pretty much like what you are allowed to do on Shabbat and what you're not. What you're supposed to do on Shabbat, what not. What is kosher, what you're supposed to eat and what not. What is supposed to, are you allowed to mix milk and meat or not? Things like this. And God is missing. God and the positive things and the love is missing from the synagogue. And I can tell you because the synagogue is right next to my home, and I enter in and I hear it. The Judaism nowadays is missing. The God is missing there. It's about you're allowed, you're not allowed. Do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. And it just I don't know. I don't want to talk against it, but it's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it's supposed to be, and I'm still thinking that on the highest level they know very well, and they know very well the scripture.
So let me ask you before I let you go, because I'm going to have you back on several times from Israel. What is it like for people like yourself who know who the true Hebrews are? They're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. They are black. They are, different shades of brown and whatnot. What is it like living in Israel for someone as yourself who would proclaim and say the truth historically and biblically? Do people try to come against you? Have you been having a hard time? Or what is it like?
Well, it's not very easy. First of all, I have to prove every day that I don't hate every white man like they think I'm hating white people. I'm hating myself too, which is wrong. It's I have this struggle with my brother and his family. My brother is also living here, and they don't accept what I believe in, and they're trying to tell me that I'm talking against my ancestors, my grandmother, and so on. I have to try to prove them that it's not. I'm just I don't hate anybody, but I'm standing for the truth, and this is the truth. This is what I stand for. And a lot of people don't accept what I believe, but thank God, a lot of people don't judge me for what I believe, and it's okay for me. As long as they don't judge me and I say this is your business, believe whatever you want, and this is when I feel comfortable. It's not very easy because some people hate me, but some people just accept me. And as long as they accept me, I'm okay. And I don't know, Israel has the state of Israel right now has so many problems that people are concerned about so many things. There's so much stress in living in Israel on a daily basis. So most of much, but and I'm a tennis coach. I try at work to talk about tennis most and not about what I believe. And thank God I'm not struggling that much. I don't have a lot of problems about my beliefs. I really don't. I prove that I appreciate, I believe in the scripture and trying to live according to the scripture, helping people, supporting people. And people see this and they kind of don't judge me for my beliefs. They see I have good intentions.
Right. So, I mean, you have a valid point. I mean, by one who, know the history, but also know the scriptures. Before I let you go, what is the feeling? Because I'm pretty sure you're hearing and seeing all over people who are of Jewish descent or Israelis or Ashkenazis. They're waking up and they're saying, we know that we're not who the modern day say we are. We know that we're not the children of Israel. We know who the ancient Hebrews are. What is the feeling that you have for that truth being spoken, as well as seeing those who are the true descendants are waking up? Because we know, and I want to put this out there, that just because we're talking about truth right now, about history and who's who, that doesn't mean that exclude anybody from being in New Jerusalem or anybody from being in the kingdom. But truth is truth. And so does it bring you a joy to see that someone as myself is waking up to the heritage and coming back to keeping the Torah? And does it bring you joy for others who are Ashkenazi Jews to wake up and say, well, I know that we're not the people and that they are? How was the emotions for you? How do you juggle the two?
Yes. This is exactly. I believe that they are not much different from your emotions because, first of all, I don't know how to say it, but I have to live with a feeling of guilt for me living here and benefiting uh, from the country which is built by America right now. And at the same time, the true Hebrews are struggling in America. A lot of them are struggling in America. So, so I'm part of I become part of something which is against Hebrew. And when I'm a person who believes in God, I believe that one day I'll be judged for that. And I try to stand for what's right. Every single time I see a brother waking up, and it gives me joy, just like it gives you joy. Every single time someone waking up for the truth and trying to stand for what's right, and somehow having an understanding for what I believe and accepting what I believe, it's also giving me joy. And being able to talk to you is also giving me joy that the truth is appearing, is coming up. It's not hidden anymore. Of course, I'm glad. And the opposite, I really hate when people like Ashkenazi Jews come and say, go to hell. I don't care who is Jewish, black, white, green. I'm here. I live here. My descendants came out from Holocaust. I stay here. And if you don't like it, you can go home. If you don't like it, this is Israel. Israel is ours. You don't like it, go wherever you want. Go in Africa, go wherever you want. We belong here. If you are either with us or against us. If you don't like it, go. I don't like this attitude neither. And I really, every time a brother wakes up, I believe something good is about to happen, because deeply in me, I realize then one day the true Hebrew is gonna come here to Israel and gonna fix it. There won't be war no more. There won't be war no more, like the Bible said. There won't be racism no more, like there is right now. And I really I love you so much. You cannot believe how much the connection I have with you. I know that you know something about racism, and you're gonna oppose it whenever you come here. I know that you know something about violence, and you're gonna stop it whenever you come here. And I'm on this side. I want this to happen. I deeply want this to happen.
Amen. Well, Brother Peter, man, grace be to you. May Yah cover you. And I truly can't wait to one day. I'm planning on coming to Israel. So I now have two brothers. One who is Shikaid, who's a black brother who's never been left. His parents have been there for over 4,000 years. And now I have another brother, Peter, my Ashkenazi brother. So now when I come to Israel, I got two people I can hang out with, and I don't have to really worry about that. So Peter, I look forward to seeing you in person when I come to Israel. I'll keep you posted when I get ready to come. Also, I'm gonna be interviewing you many more times, and we're not gonna just always talk about things about what's going on in Israel, but we want to also talk about some kingdom things, some New Jerusalem things, of what it's going to look like, and things of that nature. So, man, I appreciate your time at last minute notice. Enjoy your Shabbat. May you have a great Sabbath. I'm getting ready to head to go teach our congregation on the coming of Christ. And so on this Shabbat. And so, man, Shabbat Shalom to you. Man, I love you with the love of the Hamashiach, and I will see you later.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you, brother.